A very good morning. It's Mark here. It is Monday, March the 24th, last week of March. It is 8 going on 8 a.m. Eastern, which would be 12 p.m. midday GMT. Let's see how US dollar index is shaping up to start the week. You can see that after the close on Friday, there was a gap down to start the week, and the gap down often does or is a precursor of what's to come, meaning if it gapped down lower, we can look for the direction, the sell-off to continue getting lower. Not really what's happened so far. Opened at 103.69, right now 103.63, so sitting pretty flat. US session about to get underway. Let's just zoom in on the hourly. There's the range for today. You can see the high 103.83. You can see the support at 103.48. But for the day, still down, still a red candlestick on the daily, but fighting back right now, going into the US Open. So those are the levels we will watch for. Buyers want to get above that 103.80 area and try and test the 104, where sellers are going to look below the 103.50 area. Let's have a look at S&P, bearing in mind that the Wall Street will be opening up in about an hour and a half. Let's look at pre-trading conditions, and you can see a big gap up to start the week. Friday, 5,715 was the close. Nice gap up to start the week, 5,751. And pre-market opening, the buying is continuing. So we're seeing an inverse relationship so far, weak US dollar and strong equities, or particularly S&P. It's broken above the resistance at 5,768, a level it's was unable to trade above last week. Let's zoom into the hourly. So there's the hourly. You can see there was the resistance at 5,770 area, and we are trading above there right now. As I said, hour and a half, Wall Street will open, and we'll take it from there. Let's have a look at commodities and see how gold's shaping up to start the week. There was Friday. We had that push down lower, all the way down to just below the 3,000 level, which is significant, but came up to close above 3,000, 3,023. That's exactly where we're sitting right now. You can see a doji today. It's tried lower. Today's support so far, 3,013, is as low as sellers have been able to take it, and 3,033 the resistance. So we have a $20 range going into the US session. If we look at the hourly, there you can see the range. Buyers got held up at the 3,033. But of course, if we look at the daily, EMAs have come down after 2 days, lower highs, lower lows. Let's see what happens today if sellers can continue and add to that sell-off we saw over the last 2 days, or whether this is going to be a new opportunity for buyers to step in at these levels. Buyers stepped in just below the 3,000 level. Buyers have stepped in today at 3,012, and right now at that 3,024 level, buyers will be looking to break above the 3,030 area. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Bias up, trend is up. You can see EMAs have been up, remember, the whole of last week, and has broken above that resistance which it tested and broke above the end of last week at $71.24. Continued that run. There is demand for oil, be it the geopolitical concerns, be it supply concerns. From the open at 71.70, now trading just above that $72 level. So we'll see if buyers can maintain, can continue above the 72 level and look for higher, or whether sellers do step in. Significant that the resistance that we're seeing, the high 72.18, that is the same 72.18, the identical high we saw on the 18th of March, it's 5 days ago. Let's see if that can turn into a double top. That's what sellers might look for, and that could be a reversal sign. Alternatively, buyers look to break above that resistance level. And then let's look at Bitcoin this morning. A big gap up to start the week. You can see that gap up from the close on Friday at 83.8, around 84,000. Now sitting at 87,698. So over $3,000 it's moved since the close on Friday. Buyers is up. Buyers are looking for perhaps to get back to that $90,000 mark. Let's have a look at the hourly. You can see it's strong on the hourly. Let's just zoom out a little bit. And you can see it's broken above from the 19th of March, that resistance level at 87,500, now 87,700. Looking for 90 on the upside. Buyers will look for 90 on the upside to take it to a new level, to trade a leg higher than it has been. Remember, it was trading, Bitcoin was trading between 80 and 85. Now we're seeing it trading between 85 and 87. Let's zoom out to the daily. You can see the resistance at the 87, slightly above there for right now. We'll look for the 90 level. So that would be around the 90 level. And then you have 92, 94. Of course, buyers looking to get back to that $100,000 level, a long way off from there. Sellers will be looking for a bounce down off the resistance area right now at 87.5. Good trading, guys. See you at the end of today's session.